Buenas tardes. Con el sonido de la campana comenzamos nuestra sesión, nuestra reunión online en la que practicamos juntos la sanga de Granada y ya no le vamos a poner casi que el nombre de la sanga de Granada. Va a ser la sanga, le podemos llamar sanga virtual porque tenemos gente que se nos une desde muchos puntos geográficos diferentes, como es Córdoba, Jaén, Sevilla. Y eso la verdad que es algo que agradecemos mucho, el tener la tecnología y los medios para poder expandir y poder hacer que gente que no tiene una sanga local en su pueblo, en su localidad, pues se pueda unir con nosotros y practicar con nosotros. Al igual, el hecho de que quede grabada esta reunión, pues también es algo que agradecemos mucho porque también personas que no pueden conectarse directamente por no tener la tecnología o que bien no tienen el tiempo en este momento, el horario adecuado, pues también a posteriori pueden practicar y también es algo que valoramos bastante. Así que comenzamos nuestra práctica de la plena conciencia una semana más. Para esta semana vamos a comenzar con una meditación guiada. Tenemos después preparados 2 vídeos de Thich Nhat Hanh, de nuestro querido maestro Thai, para ver a modo de charla del Dharma, con nuestro corazón abierto, nuestra mente abierta, dejando que nos llegue lo que nos tenga que llegar. Y después de eso haremos una meditación en silencio. Esa será la parte grabada y a partir de ahí ya nosotros que cortamos la grabación, pero seguimos para hacer nuestro compartir del Dharma. Comenzamos entonces buscando esa postura de meditación que nos permite relajar nuestro cuerpo, calmarlo, soltar tensiones y a la vez entonces calmar nuestra mente. Parece no, es así, que cuando nuestro cuerpo se relaja, cuando el corazón, las pulsaciones se enlentecen un poquito, la mente ahí tiene una oportunidad de soltar pensamientos, soltar preocupaciones y tensiones y centrarse en esa relajación y en ese bonito momento. Si estamos sentados en silla, buscamos los puntos de apoyo con los pies contra el suelo. Si estamos sentados en cojín de meditación, serán las rodillas las que apoyan en el suelo. Luego es nuestra parte posterior, nuestras nalgas, las que apoyan en el respaldo, en el asiento, mejor dicho, de la silla o en el cojín. Y en los dos casos lo hacemos de manera que nuestra espalda quede lo más recta posible. ¿Vale? Buscamos esa rectitud dentro de que no esté rígida, que no nos moleste. Las manos pueden estar de manera paralela sobre los muslos, apoyadas. Pueden estar formando un cuenco en nuestro regazo. La forma que nos resulte más cómoda. Hombros caídos, cuello relajado. Si en cualquier momento durante la meditación notamos una molestia en la postura, vamos a observarla. Vamos a tomarnos, digamos, del orden de entre 10, 15 respiraciones, observándola antes de movernos. Aceptando, abrazando esa pequeña molestia, ese pequeño dolor debido a la postura. Y después de esas respiraciones es cuando vamos muy lentamente, conscientemente a movernos. Vamos hoy a practicar con eso. Cerramos los ojos. Comenzamos con el sonido de 3 campanas. Yo iré guiando, tocando la campana a lo largo de la meditación y terminaremos con 2 sonidos. Cuando inspiro, soy consciente de que estoy inspirando. Cuando expiro, soy consciente de que estoy expirando. Atentos a nuestra respiración, observándola. Simplemente la observamos. ¿Es rápida y agitada? ¿O tal vez es más pausada? ¿Lenta? ¿Es profunda? ¿O es superficial? Observamos. Inspiro, expiro. Simplemente por el hecho de observarla y abrazarla, nuestra respiración se va pausando, se va enlenteciendo y haciendo más profunda. Apreciamos ese aire fresco, renovador, que obtenemos con cada inspiración. Y cada expiración es como un suspiro de alivio, de soltar tensiones, de descanso. Aire fresco y renovado con la inspiración. Descanso con la expiración. Seguimos repitiendo mentalmente. Aire fresco y renovado. Descanso. Ahora, con cada inspiración, traemos luz y claridad a nuestra mente y a nuestro cuerpo. Con cada expiración, expandimos esa luz a nuestro alrededor. Luz al inspirar, que se expande al expirar. La luz, la claridad, la comprensión también nos va a aportar calma. La calma desde la que no reaccionar, sino elegir. Elegir nuestros pensamientos, nuestra respuesta, nuestras acciones. Inspiro calma, expiro saber estar. Calma, saber estar. Lentamente abrimos los ojos, vamos movilizando nuestro cuerpo, hombros y cuello, estirando espalda, brazos, piernas. El cuerpo es muy sabio y a cada uno nos va a decir qué necesita, qué estiramiento necesita, qué movimiento necesita. Escuchemos a nuestro cuerpo. Muy bien. Después de esta meditación que esperemos os haya hecho entrar en la energía de la atención plena, de estar presentes. Con esta energía es con la que vamos a escuchar las palabras de Thich. Así que, Javier, cuando quieras, adelante.
Quand l'esprit sort de notre corps, notre esprit va où? When the mind or the spirit leaves the body, where does it go? Quand l'esprit sort du corps, où est-ce qu'il va?
So many people imagine that the body is like a house. And the spirit, the mind is like someone who is in the house. And the person can go in the house and go out the house, out of the house. Even many adults believe like that. And they believe that we can take the mind out of the body and the body out of the mind. They believe that body and mind are two things that are on their own. Body and mind are two separate entities. But that is not the truth. Not only the Buddha, but also many wise people, including scientists, have found that to be wrong. Body and mind are not two separate things. If there is no body, there is no mind. If there is no mind, there is no body. It's like this sheet of paper. And we can say that this is the left side. And this is the right side. And the right and the left, they rely on each other in order to be there. If the left is not there, the right cannot be there either. You cannot take the left out of the right. You cannot say, dear friend, come and take the right and go to Bordeaux. And dear friend, please come and take the left to Paris. It's not possible. So to take the body out of the mind and the mind out of the body is impossible. And that is, in Buddhism, that's called interbeing. Interbeing. We want to be together. You cannot be by yourself alone. You have to interbe with the other side, with the other person. So in our dream, we might see that we get out of our body and we fly. And we look back, we can see our body still sleeping. But that is in a dream only, that you invent in your mind. In fact, the body, the mind cannot get out of the body and go somewhere else. Because the mind is not a separate entity. And that is why when you see something happening in the body, the mind is influenced by it. And when something happens in the mind, the body get it too. And that is why modern medicine knows that in order to take care of the mind, you have to take care of the body. In order to take care of the body, you have to take care of the mind. This is a very difficult question. We have to learn a lot in order to understand. When I was 16, I had to learn, to begin learning this already. Everything we see, like our body, like the house, like the tree, like the stars, like the moon, everything that you see are the object of your mind. That is difficult. How could a 16-year-old boy understand? But he had to learn, to begin to learn. This house, that mountain, that river, that star is not separated from our mind. It is the object of our mind. That is the only thing we can be sure of. Everything depends on our mind. And you think this book is not our mind. But it is part of our mind. It is the object of our mind. So for the time being, I think that the thing you can learn is that body and mind are not two separate things. They are linked to each other. Without one, the other cannot be. Like the left and the right, and like the above and the below. And tomorrow we may discuss something about what happened when the body disintegrates. when the body does not function anymore. The body becomes a lifeless object. And the question asked is, where is the mind now? Where has it gone? And this is a very interesting question. And you don't have to get the answer right away. Well, it's interesting to leave the question like that and begin to look and look and look. It's a very interesting subject. Don't be eager to find the answer right away. Because in the process of learning, we discover many interesting things about the relationship between body and mind. Can the body die? Can the mind die? It's possible for someone to become nothing.
How can I trust myself?
And trust is something that we cultivate. We should cultivate. And it is based on our experience. To trust is to believe, to rely on something. And we have to rely only on evidence, something that is evident. Suppose you talk about trusting the practice, trusting the Dharma. Do we trust the Dharma? Can we count on our practice? Sometimes you have doubt about your practice, about what you learn from the Dharma. But that doubt does not mean that is not exactly something negative. Because some doubt can help you to get deeper and to get a more profound understanding. So doubt can be helpful. Doubt can be a positive thing. So if there is a doubt, we have to breathe and to recognize it as it is, and do not right away consider it to be something negative. In the Zen tradition, we say that the greater is the doubt, the greater is the enlightenment. And that is the first thing we have to do. And then we have to learn how to recognize the evidence and to establish our trust. Like the practice of mindful breathing. someone try to convince to you that mindful breathing is good, it can help you a lot. But you don't have to believe him right away. You have to put into practice and to see whether it truly can help you. And that is what the Buddha said. Don't believe right away in something, even that something has been said by a famous teacher. Even that something is written in the Holy Scripture. That's what the Buddha said. When you hear something beautiful, you have to learn to put into practice. And if it works for you, and if you see that it works for another person, you can trust, you can believe in it. And that is the statement of the Buddha in a sutra called Kalama Sutra. The Buddha was talking to a group of young people of the Kalama clan. And they asked him what to believe. Because many teachers have visited them, and all of them said that their teaching and the practice is the best. So the Buddha said that don't believe right away in anything, even if it is said by a great teacher, or even it is recorded in the Holy Scripture. You have to base on evidence, like a scientist. So if you practice mindful breathing and you persevere in the practice, you will learn from it. You find out that the practice of mindful breathing can help increase your health, can help you recognize the conditions of happiness you have, can help you handle a painful emotion, a painful feeling. In the beginning, you might not be able to do it right away, but you have to try really to practice. And you find out that the practice works, and you have trust in the practice. And when you have trusted the practice, you trust yourself, because it's you who have done the practice. And you say, I am capable of doing that. And when you see a person who suffers, practice the fourth mindfulness training, say something, do something to help him or her suffer less. And you try to do several times. And one day you see that it works. So you believe in the practice of fourth mindfulness training, and you believe in yourself. You can do it. You have the capacity to make one person suffer less. You have the capacity to make you suffer less. And trust is built in that way. Experiencing, practicing. And we know that in principle, our ancestors have handed down to us many good things, many good seeds. It is for us to discover these good things and allow them to manifest. The seeds of understanding, the seeds of joy, the seeds of forgiveness, the seeds of compassion are all in us. And we hear the Buddha say that we have these good things in us, but we have to practice in order to really recognize them as existing. And sometimes they have manifested in the past. And if we practice well, they will continue to manifest better in the future. And that is the way to cultivate trust.
Bueno, después de escuchar a Tai, pues poco más que hablar, yo por lo menos. Así que vamos a hacer un ratito de meditación en silencio. Abrimos los ojos. Igual, lentamente movilizamos nuestro cuerpo. ¿Todos bien? Una meditación cortita, pero también nos deja un poquito más de espacio para el compartir. Javier, pues cuando quieras, cortamos la grabación.